Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Inside 90 Day Fiance stars Elizabeth and Andrei Castrovet's business failures after losing $75,000 on investment scam. Elizabeth and Andrei discussed moving to Moldova on the series. On the series, the couple are currently in Andrei's hometown of Moldova with their two young children Eleanor and Winston. In a sneak peek for this week's episode, Elizabeth becomes furious when she learns Andrei lost a $75,000 investment for a construction project in the country. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal the couple, who work in real estate, appear to not have had much luck in America as well. According to the Florida Secretary of State, Andrei and Elizabeth filed a business license in October 2018 for Castrovet Properties, /. The business was dissolved in September 2019 because the company failed to file an annual report. The couple then launched Castrovet Inc. in January 2020, which remains active today. The TLC stars launched Miamiao LLC in January 2024 and is also listed as active. Andrei obtained his real estate license in 2020 and once worked for Keller Williams Realty Tampa Central. According to real estate websites, Andrei does not appear to have an active realtor profile, which would indicate the amount of homes he has sold. Andrei and Elizabeth do not appear to have purchased any properties under the LLCs, according to property records, despite discussing flipping homes on the show. Elizabeth and Andrei did not respond to the U.S. Sun's request for comment. In a sneak peek for Sunday's episode, Elizabeth packs her belongings to leave Moldova early with her children after she finds out her husband invested $75,000 as a silent partner for a real estate venture. The bad investment is one thing, but on top of that, to cover his tracks and to lie, that's another level of betrayal, she said in the clip. That is not the man that I married. That is not what I signed up for. There is absolutely no reason for us to stay here. Back in America, Loren Brovarnik's husband Alexei reveals to Jovi Dufrin and Yara Zaya that Andrei confessed to losing the $75,000. Alexei explained, he was saying, I don't know, we're going to check. There's some building that's not getting built. He said he invested in this construction building, and now the company that's supposed to build the building is unreachable. Elizabeth explained on last week's episode that if they moved to Moldova, they would continue in the real estate industry and flip houses. The couple's potential move to Moldova has been a storyline this season. The U.S. Sun previously reported the couple, as of today, has not relocated to Europe. Elizabeth and Andrei purchased land in Zephyrhills, Florida for $397,900 in November 2021. In 2022, the couple built a two-story, 3,670 square foot home on the land. The house boasts 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms and had a total construction cost of $367,006. The U.S. Sun can confirm the couple still owns the home and have not listed it, as they continue to live in Florida today with their children. Their co-star Loren got into an argument with Andrei over the move and expressed her concern to Elizabeth. In a recent episode, the women discussed the move with co-star Yara Zaya. We're going to Moldova. We're moving there, Elizabeth told her friends. Yara responded, why the F***K would you move to Moldova? Elizabeth replied, it's not overnight. I'm not just going to pick up and leave and stay there. We need to go scope it out, find a school for 3 weeks, a month, whatever, and then I'll see. I am more open to it. In the beginning, I told him absolutely not. Loren said, I can see you moving abroad. I don't think Moldova is the best. Doesn't it worry you? Elizabeth responded, yeah, and it's corrupt. I just feel like I kind of owe it to him. Do you ever feel bad that you essentially took Alex away? Yara said she doesn't owe her husband anything, while Loren said in her confessional, I get it, he came here for her, but that's something they decided to do together. On another episode, the women went out and Elizabeth explained, I love it when I go there, but I am on vacation mode, so I don't know how to differentiate between the two. Loren said in her confessional, I want her to be the best version of herself, and I don't know if that's going to happen in Moldova. Elizabeth became frustrated over Lauren's opinion, as she vowed to set boundaries with her when she returns from her trip. Elizabeth Pothist and Andrei Castrovet were once considered one of the more grounded couples in the sprawling 90-day Fiance franchise. Sure, they had their fair share of drama, clashing with Elizabeth's outspoken family, Andrei's fiery temper, and cultural differences that played out on camera. But at their core, many viewers rooted for them. They had a real marriage, a beautiful daughter, and big dreams of carving out their own financial success outside of the TLC paycheck. But in recent months, whispers from fans and insiders paint a very different picture of their so-called American dream. Behind the Instagram filters of luxury vacations and smiling family photos lies a sobering reality. The couple reportedly lost a staggering $75,000 in an investment scam that derailed their business ventures and left them scrambling to recover. This is the inside story of how Elizabeth and Andrei's ambitions collided with harsh financial missteps, and what it could mean for their future. The dream of independence. From the moment Andrei arrived in America, he clashed with Elizabeth's family over money. Her father, Chuck Pothist, was the patriarch of a sprawling house-flipping business in Florida, and Elizabeth's siblings often accused Andrei of taking shortcuts by leaning on Chuck for financial opportunities. For his part, Andrei bristled at the notion of being dependent on his in-laws, especially when they made him feel unwelcome. By the time they appeared on 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, Andrei was vocal about wanting to build his own empire. He got his real estate license, dipped his toes into construction management, and often told cameras that he wanted to provide for his family without anyone's help. That ambition became even more urgent after their second child was born. Elizabeth, who had taken on brand partnerships and occasional music projects, encouraged Andrei's dreams of independence. The two began sketching out plans for a joint business venture that would allow them to step out of the shadow of the Pothist family empire. The too-good-to-be-true opportunity. According to insiders close to the couple, the opportunity that drew them in was pitched as a can't-miss real estate investment scheme. A self-styled entrepreneur promised high returns through short-term property flipping in a booming market outside Florida. The scheme was packaged with glossy presentations, fake testimonials, and the lure of quick cash with minimal risk. The catch? A hefty upfront buy-in. Elizabeth and Andrei, eager to prove themselves, reportedly put down $75,000 of their savings and borrowed funds. For a family that had built their lifestyle around reality TV money and modest brand deals, this was a huge gamble. But Andrei allegedly believed it was the break they needed to stop answering to Elizabeth's siblings and finally silence the criticism that he was riding coattails. They wanted their own lane, one source explained. Andrei hated the idea that people thought he couldn't stand on his own 2 feet. So when this investment came along, it was about pride as much as money. The collapse. At first, the couple boasted online about their exciting new venture without revealing many details. Elizabeth posted cryptic Instagram stories about big things coming and hinted at financial independence. Fans speculated they were quietly flipping homes or launching a construction company. But by mid-2024, the silence was deafening. The big reveal never happened. Instead, chatter began spreading in fan groups that Elizabeth and Andrei had been duped. The supposed investor who took their money reportedly vanished, emails bouncing back, phone lines disconnected, and websites scrubbed of all evidence. The properties they thought they had stakes in, non-existent. They were devastated, the insider shared. It wasn't just losing the money. It was the humiliation of being scammed so publicly. Andrei was furious, and Elizabeth felt guilty for supporting it. Business dreams turned business failures. With $75,000 gone, the Castrovets' attempt at independence backfired spectacularly. They were forced to put their joint projects on hold. Andrei, once bullish about launching his own real estate firm, pulled back to take on smaller contract work to stabilize their income. Elizabeth leaned more heavily into sponsored content and reality TV appearances, though critics accused her of overselling products for quick cash. Even their attempts to start a social media brand as a couple, a mix of family lifestyle content, parenting advice, and home renovation tips, never gained traction. Fans accused them of lacking authenticity, and their posts often drew more comments about their family feuds than the products they were promoting. The ripple effects of the lost investment became clear. Elizabeth and Andrei weren't just behind financially. Their reputation as budding entrepreneurs had taken a serious hit. Family tensions resurface. What made the situation even more painful was how it reignited old wounds with the Pothast family. Chuck, who had warned Andrei about shady business dealings in the past, reportedly reminded them that he had years of experience in spotting scams. Elizabeth's siblings, who never fully trusted Andrei's judgment, allegedly threw the loss back in his face during family arguments. Viewers familiar with the Pothast dynamic can easily imagine how this went down. Andrei, already combative when his pride is challenged, lashed out. Elizabeth, torn between defending her husband and acknowledging her family's concerns, found herself once again caught in the middle. The family feels like they proved their point, one fan wrote in a Reddit thread. Andrei tried to go out on his own, and it blew up in his face. Now they're saying, see, you needed us all along. The emotional toll. Beyond the financial loss, the emotional toll of the scam weighed heavily on the couple. Sources claim Andrei became obsessed with trying to track down the scammer, spending hours online researching lawsuits and speaking with other victims. Elizabeth, meanwhile, wrestled with feelings of shame and anxiety. Publicly, they continued to post curated family photos and vacation snaps, but fans noticed the undertones of stress. On Cameo and Instagram Lives, Andrei appeared more short-tempered, while Elizabeth seemed quieter than usual. It's hard to bounce back when you lose that much money, another source noted, especially when your marriage and reputation are constantly under a microscope. What's next for Elizabeth and Andrei? Despite the setback, the couple isn't down for the count. Reality TV veterans know that every failure can be spun into a storyline, and Elizabeth and Andrei are no exception. Insiders suggest their financial missteps may be featured in upcoming 90-Day Fiance spin-offs, particularly Happily Ever After, where money problems and family drama make for perfect television. There's also talk of the couple exploring safer, more controlled ventures, such as launching a family YouTube channel, investing in small rental properties locally, or leaning into Elizabeth's influencer career while Andrei rebuilds his construction contacts. Still, recovering from a $75,000 hit won't happen overnight. For a couple that once dreamed of proving their independence, the path forward is now about damage control, rebuilding trust with fans, and showing resilience in the face of failure.